Trinesha Catrell, and welcome to First Love Yourself, where love, life, and Christ combine. I am so grateful to have you here on this journey of self discovery and empowerment with me. In today's video, we're going to talk about discipline and how nothing is impossible. But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more uplifting and empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay, I don't know why I always laugh at the very end. I guess it's my thing. We gonna go with it. But earlier today, right? I was reading the Bible. Oh my gosh. My words like all gibberish and everything, but it's cool. We're gonna stick with it, right? Okay, so I was reading the Bible earlier today. I was reading Matthew 17, and for those of you that don't know, this is where the guy comes and he says the son is having seizures and he's suffering horribly, and the disciples go and they try to heal this son, and they can't do it. And then the guy goes to Jesus and he says, "Okay, can you heal my son?" And Jesus heals him. The disciples asked, "Why couldn't we heal this boy?" And he said, "It's because you had no faith. You have a little faith." And when he said it, I was like, "Ooh." I said, they probably felt that in their throat. Like, the way that he just, like, Jesus, like, be standing on business. And people talk about Jesus being, like, forgiven and he's, like, a good person helping all these people, which he is. But he also about his business. He be standing on business. He got his standards. He got his boundaries. He making sure that people don't cross him, that they are really treating him they put some respect on his name, And so whenever I see things like that, it reminds me of how some people will say, "Oh, you're Christian. You're not supposed to stand up for yourself. You're supposed to take whatever it is. You're supposed to be just somebody's doormat." And that's not what being a Christian or being Christ-like is about at all. It is about being honorable and respectful. It's about being kind, having the fruits of the Spirit. It is about you treating somebody the way that you would want to be treated at your best. It is about you having standards and boundaries, healthy standards and boundaries for your life so that people know how they should be treating you. It is not about you being walked all over and treated like a dog. That is not being Christ-like. I don't believe, and this might just be me, but I'm the type of person that truly doesn't believe that Jesus died on a cross so we could be treated like crap by people. Like, I really don't believe that Jesus was like, and God was sitting up there like, "I'm gonna send my only begotten son so that my children have to suffer every single day dealing with foolishness for no reason." Like, I truly don't believe that Jesus said you're gonna be miserable all the days of your life. I believe that the Bible even says something like you will have happiness, or you will be able to see the benefits of the life that you live while on earth, while you are in your purpose. And notice it says while you're in your purpose. If you out there doing what you want to do, you might have some misery. If you out there just feeling like you know better than God, then it might be some miserableness following you. I'm miserableness, but it is what it is. So while we in this life, I think it's important to be real about the way that you want to be treated in life. It's really time for us to reflect on the type of life that we're trying to live and not the life that other people want us to live. Not how other people say, "Well, you're Christian, you should act like this, do this like this," or, "Well, you grew up this way, so you should do this, this, and this." I was about to go in, but apparently I can't go in like that right now. So I'm a hold back because there's so many things that I want to say, but we're in such a culture where everything is so, like, censored. And so I want to make sure that I'm being respectful while also helping people. And I believe the best way to help people is to be transparent. When I tell you I'm not perfect and I make mistakes and I do things wrong sometimes in life, I'm saying it because everybody on this earth, sorry, everybody on this earth does not do everything 100% perfect every time. We are here to learn. We are here to be in purpose. We have a mission to uphold. We are not here to be looking like we shinier and better and doing, like, so amazingly more better than other people. It's not about being in competition and comparing ourselves to other people. It is about us being the best version of ourselves. And sometimes I think we forget that because when we look around, we'll see the neighbor doing this. We'll see your friend doing this. We'll see the ex doing this. Whatever your thing is that is catching your attention away from your purpose. Don't focus on that thing. Focus on your life. Focus on bettering yourself. Focus on being the best version of who you are, because God has so much for you. And sometimes we get so distracted by our own wants and desires that we forget that God had a whole plan for us, like a whole plan. And so, in this moment, I think it's time we should just take a moment, just like a couple seconds, a minute, pause the video. If you're on live, you can't do that, but take a moment and really just think about what you want your life to look like. I know I say this often, but it's so important for us to have an idea of what our life looks like so that other people around us can't tell us what they want our life to look like for us. It's important for us to know what direction we're heading so that other people don't get us off of our path, off the journey, off the destiny that God has designed for us. And the only way to do that is with focus. The only way to do that is with discipline. We cannot be disciplined just doing whatever we feel like doing every day, all day. Discipline means sacrifice. It means doing the things that you don't feel like doing all the time because you know that God has more for you. And as I read through this Matthew 17 earlier today, it goes on talking about the tax collector and how the guy was saying that Jesus owed money. And he was like, do we really own money? And then, of course, in true Jesus fashion, he says a parable about how, you know, we're not owned by anybody. The people aren't owned by anybody. The citizens are free. But he also tells Peter to go out and fish, and the fish has a coin in his mouth that he pays the tax collector for. Because even Jesus, as powerful as he was obedient. And it showed me how no matter what it is that we think that we need to be doing, if we know we have business to do, if we know that we have responsibility, if we know that there's things that we need to do in life, we need to do it regardless of how we feel about it, because that's our responsibility, that's our duty, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be standing on business. Our life is not just for us to be playing around acting like we know when we about to be out here. it's it's for us to take our life serious, for us to be like, okay, I'm blessed to have this life and I'm going to make the most of it. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to be gone on E. I'm not trying to be leaving anything on the table. I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, I wasted all this time being in this predicament, in this space, in this area, when the whole time God has something so much better for me. I'm trying to use everything that I've been through. Let God use everything that I've been through, everything that I've ever done wrong, everything that has brought me through this journey. I'm trying to use all of it to help as many people as I possibly can while I'm breathing on this earth. And I don't want my life to be wasted. I don't want to be sitting around playing around acting like I got time to waste on things that don't matter in my life. I'm trying to make the most of every single second, every single day, every single hour that God has blessed me with. And I'm going to use my voice to help other people. I'm going to speak a life into other people. I'm going to live my life like this life is a blessing. I'm going to live this life no matter how different I look, because it's so easy to conform to society, to be like culture, to be like everybody else, to do what everybody else is doing because you fit in. But since when has that paid anybody's bills? Since when has that made anybody a millionaire? Most people that are successful because they did something different, because they were willing to be disciplined, because they were willing to be obedient to their future, to the plans, to the purpose that they have on their life. They didn't just sit around saying, okay, let me just hang out with somebody that's taking me nowhere. They didn't just get successful because they said, oh, I'm gonna just blow all this money and ball out of control just because I got it right now. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. It's important for us to really treat our life like it is a blessing. It's important for us to really say, okay, how can I be more disciplined in this area of my life so that I can become more successful? And when you think about the type of life you want to live, it's not going to be easy to get there. You don't just get it just because you're Christian and be like, all right, God, give me all my blessings. You get it by saying, okay, God, I'm willing to be obedient, even if it doesn't look good, even if it gets messy, even if nobody else agrees with me. I'm going to be willing to do it because I know it takes the hard stuff to get the blessing. I know it takes the hard stuff to achieve success. I know it takes the hard stuff for me to be able to accomplish everything that I have on my goal list. And I can't do that if I say, for example, if I say that I want to be looking good and I'm trying to be a certain size by summer because I want to have the summer body, whatever people are saying, right? I can't be out here eating like a whole pizza and then not exercising and having poor sleep habits and all of that trying to get a good body. Like, I'm going to have to really eat the stuff that I know is going to feed and fuel my body so that I can make sure I have energy to work out. So I can make sure that I'm sleeping right, because sleep affects your weight as well. Stress affects your weight as well. It's important for me to know all the things that I'm going to have to do to be disciplined in, so that I can have the things and do the things that I want to do in life. So really ask yourself, how badly do you want this good life? How badly do you want to be immensely blessed? How badly do you want that body? How badly do you want this money? If you're trying to be a millionaire, millionaires aren't doing what everybody else is doing. They're not worried about what everybody else is thinking, what everyone else is driving, about the Joneses. They're not worried about anybody but themselves and their legacy. So if you really want to leave behind a good legacy, if you really want your kids to be good, then you're going to have to do something different. And not everybody is going to understand, because people can't see your vision the way that you do. God gave you that vision. Not everybody in a mama. He gave it to you. So when God gives you a vision, you got to be able to lean on him and trust that his plan is greater than our plan. His plan is greater than your plan. And when you really truly trust him, you will be able to achieve everything that he promised you, because God is a God that he cannot lie. He keeps all of his promises. So when you're going through life and you're thinking about how you want your life to look, really take a moment. Take 5 minutes a day. If that's what you got to do, take 10 minutes. Take however long you need. Write down what you want your life to look like, and you got it. Stop doubting yourself. Stop talking about all negative things. Well, I ain't grew up this way, so I can't have it. Well, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, my brother, whoever you want to blame, really start doing some self reflecting and thinking, okay, I did this. Now I'm about to change my whole life. I'm not living like that anymore. I'm about to be a millionaire. I'm about to be a billionaire. I'm about to have racks on stacks on packs of money. And it's not all about money, but it is all about what success looks like to you. So whatever type of life you think you want to live, you're going to have to put in some discipline. You're going to have to be willing to be obedient, even if it looks silly to other people. I'm at the point in my life right now where I don't care how silly or what anybody else thinks. What I care about is being respected. I care about honoring and respecting myself and really trying to be successful in what that looks like in my life. I care about making sure that I'm being obedient to God and giving him all the glory and honor, regardless if anybody else does or doesn't believe. That, I mean, to each his own. But for me in my house, I'm trying to make sure that I'm being the best version of myself, flaws and all. So I hope that you will be willing to put forth that effort as well, so that you can live your best life. And it really just takes discipline. So, you in? Like, really, at this moment, just decide no more negativity. No more talking down about yourself or anybody else, because you don't have time to be worried about them. You got to worry about yourself. You can help other people, but in respect, wisdom from people who are wise. Not just people that's old, but people that are wise, so that they can really help you be the best version of yourself. And just start doing it. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Do it right now. Whatever you got to do to change your perspective, to change your life, do it, so that you can live your dream life. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.